Aquarius, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the week of the 27th of June 2022. I do hope this reading finds you well. We're just going to pull a card first of all from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck and just seeing if we've got any others want to come out. I feel like there might be. I'm not getting a clear message from the guides about it just yet. No, I think it's a no. It's a no. All right. Just the one for you, my friends. So, and it's a good one. Well, I mean, all these cards are good, aren't they? So, Aquarius, the card that has come out for you is intuition, trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. So there might be, this has been a bit of a theme this week actually with all the readings, is this opening up of our intuitive wisdoms, opening up of our third eye. So obviously that's sitting into our third eye chakra space. So very much an awakening and an illumination, and that outline of that card, that body is all light. So, you know, obviously that potentially leading into the crown chakra as well, because it really feels like it's that opening up to all that's above, opening up to that source energy. So I'm also drawn to draw a card, okay, two from the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck. The first card out from this deck you have is Lakshmi, and it's that card we want, thank you. And you have Ostara, which is fertility. So I'll just pop this aside. I can read them out to you in full. So Lakshmi, bright future. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Okay, beautiful. All right. Definitely some good luck, good fortune, some good things coming your way. Definitely. I think it feels like a reward for, you know, I'd be interested to see if we get the star card. It feels like a reward for holding the faith that you know, that you're always abundantly provided for. That's kind of what it feels like to me, but we'll see what comes out. You have this Ostara card as well, so fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So if we're looking for corroboration, the card that would come out for that would be the Empress card. So let's just see what comes out. I do love it when I get corroboration and confirmation from the guides. It just helps to, you know we're on track with the message. So I'm going to get a couple of cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Thank you. And then we'll move into the main part of the reading. So the first card out from the Rider-Waite is the Justice card. This has come out a lot this week too. Well, I'm just still getting used to a new camera, sorry. And what has come up quite repeatedly with the Justice card is its idea of karmic justice. So we'll see how that fits in with the rest of it. You've got the Eight of Wands, so things might well be progressing quickly for you here on some level. It could be to do with that justice. It could be that whatever that justice is, and it will become more clear as the reading continues. So whatever that justice is for you may come in quite quickly for you. So I am doing the bulk of the reading with the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris-Anne. Oh, you are so chatty today, Aquarius. Wow. So much more than the other signs. Okay. So the first card out we had, okay, thank you, Spirit, is the Justice card. Okay, this is in the position of your week as a whole. We then had the Knight of Cups. We then had the Emperor. And if you're watching going, that's not the way they came out, it doesn't really matter because that's the way I'm being guided to put them out at the moment. So the next card out is the King of Wands. We have the Fool card after that. We have the Page of Wands. Beautiful. Okay. So we're actually only after 3 more cards because you've been so chatty. It's all happening very, very quickly. Okay, come on, Aquarius. I should also say, no, that's too, is that too many? Okay. I have called in my guardians, guides, angels, and ancestors who love me unconditionally and are of the highest vibration. I would invite you to do the same. You obviously do not need to, because it has been my intention at the outset of the reading that you would be connected in and protected as well. So moving straight along, we have the Three of Wands. And we have the Seven of Cups. And I'm being advised that this additional card here is going to be an additional message for the that position. So the Five of Pentacles. And these three cards are all going to sit outside the box. So these three cards represent additional messages from the universe, or a way for us to think outside of the box if any challenges or things come up in the layout here that maybe we could use some additional guidance with. So you have the Four of Swords, you have the World card, wanting to get in on the action, and you have the Four of Pentacles. All right. So let's just zoom out, Aquarius, and just see what's going on as an overall feel for you. So the first thing obviously is that repeated Justice card. So I actually feel it's going to be a similar message to some of the other signs this week that have had the Justice card, in that it looks like it's going to be a karmic justice. And I say that because you've got all of these strong energies that suggest that you're going to be sitting in this position of, you know, like bossing it up. You're going to be sitting in this position of authority, having all your stuff together. I didn't want to say that word, but, you know, having it all together. And, you know, this idea of new start. So with the Fool card. So I feel like this Justice card, this karmic justice, balancing of things on a karmic level, will bring you this sense of stability, security, accomplishment. And again, we've got the World card there, and it's going to bring in this new beginning for you, because once we let go of old karmic stuff that doesn't serve us anymore, it opens up that opportunity for us to open up intuitively. And the other thing there too is that bright future. So you may have been concerned about something on this karmic level, you know, but this is indicating to me that things are going to resolve, and they're going to resolve for the better. The other thing that is obviously quite clearly coming through when I'm zooming out are all of these indigo colors. So we do have that intuition card. We've got the indigo there in the Ostara card, in the blanket or the shawl there on the sloth on the Four of Swords. You know, dark indigo here in the Emperor's suit and the Knight of Wands. So it's kind of about this this idea of opening up intuitively as well for you. Even this World card, you know, he's wearing that deep sort of purple pants, and, you know, he's very much in a position of Zen, because he's got to a point where, you know, he's achieved so many things on his journey from Fool right through to the World, that he's accomplished and achieved so much that he can kind of just chill and recognize, and then kind of level up with this third eye crown opening up. Okay. Interesting. All right. Let's break it down a little bit more. Before I do, sorry, I just got distracted by that Ostara card. So fertility. So this idea of giving birth to new conditions. So you do have this Fool card. So there's definitely, and I think when that card came out, I said it'd be interesting to see if we had the Fool card. Oh, that was the Empress actually. But similar sort of thing, you know, new journeys, creating new things, taking that leap of faith. So as I said, this Justice card is sitting in the position of your week as a whole, and I do feel like it's some sort of karmic justice that is being brought into place. I don't know that I want to say too much more about that at this point. I think that there's more that's going to unfold in relation to that as we continue on. So I'll move straight on to the King of Cups. This is sitting in the position of a surprise or something out of the blue this week. So if I'm talking to some of my single Aquarius friends, there may even be a surprise Knight of Cups, someone coming in to woo you, romance you, wine and dine you, whatever it is that, you believe or feel is romance, you might be feeling it this week. So that could well come in as a surprise to you this week. It could absolutely surprise you. If you're not thinking about, if that's not on your radar, if that was to come along, it would absolutely be a surprise. For some of you, this wining, dining, romancing may actually lead to a literal fertility as well. So there may be the potential of, taking a relationship to the next level in terms of the ultimate creation, creating a new soul. And, that would be quite an amazing thing and position to be in. And it, next to this Lakshmi card, it's all going to work out fine. There's a great future. It's a very bright future. I know some of us are concerned about what our future looks like after the last few years have been a little bit, we've seen different things and we're a little bit anxious about what the future might look like. But we can dream in whatever it is that we want our future to look like. Okay, we're in control of what our future looks like. It's how we move forward that determines the world that we're moving in, if that makes sense. And I know it does. I know you understand what I'm talking about. The next card out is the Emperor, and this is in the position of how we can stay grounded or focused this week. So I feel like it might be a nice way for you to use that energy of kind of, with this King of Wands underneath as well, it's about using the energy of knowing who you are, knowing that you are accomplished, knowing that you are well regarded, well respected, you're a good operator. And yeah, I've got the song Smooth Operator going, smooth operator. I feel like that's kind of you. Can you be a smooth operator this week? The other thing that is coming through, if the idea of fertility, like a literal fertility, is on the cards for you, as I said, that really did resonate with me with the Empress card. So it may be that there is this coming together of that divine couple, the Empress and the Emperor, to really, to bring that connection in. And I don't want to get too graphic, but there may be that literal coming together of those energies. It could also be that you do have this support of a person in your life that represents this strong, dependable, reliable character, somebody who maybe has some wisdoms that they can teach you this week, somebody who can sort of show you the way in terms of maybe even being your own boss. If you are creating something new, that you want to put out to the world, it may be that somebody can come along this week to offer you some really good advice as well. All right, this King of Wands is sitting in the position of your emotions this week. So similar to what I was talking about there with the Emperor, it's about you knowing who you are, knowing your purpose, knowing your soul, knowing your I am. I love this King of Wands. It's probably my favorite King of Wands of all decks because he's just so self-assured and confident and cool and calm. He can be ferocious. He can be a force to be reckoned with, but he doesn't have to be. He can be this graceful, strong, wise, passionate leader, but he knows that if he needs to be fierce, he can be. So I feel like this week, it's about you stepping into that, there's a little bit of that kind of yellow I am solar plexus energy coming through. And so it's about you stepping in and being that I am, knowing who you are this week in terms of your emotions. And don't waver on that. Don't apologize for who you are. So the next card out is the Fool card, and this is in the position of our inspirations this week. So it may well be that something does inspire you this week to take a leap of faith. It may well be related to whatever it is that you're looking to bring into your future, whether that's something you're going to create or something that you want to brighten in your future. But there's something that is inspiring you this week to take that leap of faith. Okay, we have the Page of Wands in the position of how we can best support ourselves this week. So I think, it's sort of nice to see it there with the King of Wands, because of what it says to me is you've actually, in terms of this leap of faith, this creativity, this bringing in a bright new future, you've actually got lots of bright ideas. So you can see all those bright flags there. You've got all these bright ideas, and one of them may well be something amazing that leads to something even more amazing. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like that's a good way for us to support ourselves this week, is to recognize that you've got all these brilliant ideas. Okay, the Three of Wands is in the position of relationships this week. So it may be that in terms of relationships, you might be wanting to expand your horizons. You might be looking for more in terms of your relationships. You might be looking to see who around you can support maybe even a new version of you, who around you can support this version of you that is strong and capable, that wants to create something, wants to create a beautiful future, wants to awaken their intuitive wisdoms and intuitive knowledge. Are there people around you that can help to expand this idea of balancing out this karmic justice? Okay. The Seven of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, they're both sitting in this position of the career space for you. So in terms of career, in terms of resources, finances, all of the kind of things that make us feel supported and stable, you might be feeling a little bit of insecurity in terms of those aspects. So what I would offer here is, if you are feeling a little bit of maybe lack, hold the faith that you've got all of these brilliant ideas. Hold the faith that with the Seven of Cups, you have an abundance of choices. Similar to this Page of Wands, you've got an abundance of bright ideas. You know that there's many different options here that you can create a beautiful future. So maybe just acknowledge, if you are in this Five of Pentacles feeling of maybe lack, that it's only temporary, and it's, you can take any one of these ideas and you will know by tapping in intuitively, tapping into your heart, which of those ideas are going to be the best ones to move forward with. You may even get this advice from people who you can emulate in your world, people who you can imitate what they do almost, not in terms of literally, but because you will put your own beautiful slant on it. But it's about looking at what people have done. It's not going to be the first time that you do something like this. So it's about looking at what people have done in the past. What can you learn from them? Can you take, I like that aspect, but I don't really like that aspect. So maybe I can incorporate that good thing into what I want to do, and if I'm creating this project, then I don't want it to look like that. Okay, so it's about learning from others about how you can best put together what it is that you are creating. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, this extra message from the universe, it's interesting. Okay, I feel like it's leaning back into this idea of the Five of Pentacles. insofar as there might be this feeling of lack, feeling maybe even unsupported. The Four of Pentacles can even be, you know, more of a, sometimes even be more of this idea of lack than the Five of Pentacles. It's about the Four of Pentacles is sometimes about fear of not having enough and holding on to things too tightly. But what I would suggest is that, particularly with this Four of Swords as well, above it, you know, the Four of Swords is about taking some time out to rest. You've got the World card as well, so you potentially at the end of some particular cycle, something in your world is closing out and you're starting this new beginning. So you may want to take some time out to rest. You will have enough resources around you to allow that time for rest. The thing about the fours are that they are a solid foundation. So if you think of building a house or a building, whatever it is, you've got the four corners. So you've got that solid foundation of the fours, particularly in terms of the pentacles, in terms of money, finances, resources, time. You know, you've got a solid foundation. Sometimes we neglect to see that we actually do have that solid foundation. And from there, we've got enough to build on, okay? And we can build up and up and up, you know. So that's the sense that I'm getting there, is an invitation for you to realize that you do have that solid foundation. Very important too, coming through that, there's Four of Swords, that you do take that time to stop and rest after this, whatever it is that's closing out, you know, before you jump into this new thing of the Fool. Also with this Four of Swords, it may well involve, you know, sitting in a meditative space, even having some quiet time, allowing those intuitive messages to drop in. Because that Ostara card is indigo in color, it may be that these ideas of what is new, a new creation for you, may well come to you through that opening up of that third eye, opening up to those higher intuitive wisdoms and guidance, okay? All right. I think that's all I wanted to really touch on. Yeah. All right, my gorgeous Aquarius friends. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, please do like, share and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next week. And just a really quick reminder that there are loads of scammers out there. So I will never contact you directly via any social media. And I'll never ask you for money, credit card details, anything like that. So please do be mindful of nasty scammers out there. I want you to keep all of these beautiful resources, not out to scammers. All right, my friends, I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.